Good to know that you're still with us, of course. This is Rave TV, and now it is time for the big story. Today we're having a conversation centered around entrepreneurship. Of course, my name is Victor Ake, and we have a guest joining us on the program this morning, Ada Sarah Ozodo. She is the executive producer of the Hub reality TV show, and she's also a UK-based filmmaker and also the executive director of Tumaini Media Services. Good morning, ma'am. Welcome to the program.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you. And you glow this morning.
Well, thank you.
All right, so all of the things that you could do as an individual, you chose filmmaking. So tell us, what's the idea behind filmmaking?
That's an interesting question. I think I've always been interested in the performing arts.
Okay.
So I did a lot of drama growing up, acting, and I realized I wanted to do a bit more than that. Because I remember even when I was young, I'd gather people and direct.
Oh, amazing.
I didn't know that was, I didn't know that's what it was at the time. But I realized I want to do more than just act. I want to actually be part of the process of making movies. Wow. And I just, got into it basically initially by, I would say, apprenticeship, just learning on the job, learning from people. Later on, I went and got my master's degree in filmmaking. But prior to that, I just winged it. Worked with people.
And it's been an interesting journey for you so far?
It has.
Amazing. So at what point, basically, did you decide? Yeah, you did mention, of course, that you started having this knowledge. The whole thing came from when you were a child. Yeah. But at what point did you decide to move it away from just the passion or just the talent and make it a business of your own?
Okay, that's interesting. So I went to do this course in the UK. Well, I live in the UK. I was doing this course, and we had to do a project.
Okay.
And I just said to them, I want to do this project, but I want to say it a different way, right? Okay. And I was like, can I do a movie? Can I do it in film form? Now, I mean, prior to that, of course, I have been involved with filmmakers and a lot of that, So I was like, can I actually use this as my project? And they were like, yeah, why not? So that was the first time I seriously I had made one before, but this was my first serious filmmaking project. It wasn't a film school. It wasn't a performing arts school. It was just a course I was doing. But they let me use that. And I wanted to talk about so many things, human trafficking, so many things that were on my head. And we did it with the help of friends and different people. We were able to put together a TV series.
Oh, amazing.
And that was the Unveiled Truth. That's when I first started. That was my first project. Writing it, directing, producing it, shot it in the UK, US, and here, of course, in Nigeria. Yeah. And from then on, I was like, this is it. This is it. This is what I want to do. Wow. This is it. And then I registered my company, and then that's
amazing, of course. And then you named your company Tumaini Media Services.
Yeah.
And so what does that name mean, Tumaini?
Okay, Tumaini is actually a Swahili word. It means hope. So it's hope in Swahili. We wanted something African, and we're like, we don't want to do the usual Nigerian, Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo. Yeah. Something unique that cuts across Africa. And Swahili is quite accepted as an African language generally worldwide. So we thought, Tumaini, hope.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Let's quickly dive into the conversation, of course, centered today.
Yeah.
You have a few things coming up for you as an individual.
Yeah.
All right, and basically a reality TV show that is centered on creating opportunities for producers, and just like you told me, behind the scene, for those that are also behind the scene.
Exactly.
So give us an overview of what the reality TV show is about.
Okay, so this is a show, we call it an entrepreneurship reality TV show, basically for business people who are, skilled already. So, for example, we have young people who have the know-how, they can produce, they can direct. We also have music producers, who know what they're doing. Fashion designers who know what they're doing, but do not have the skills to be business people. So this is what we're doing. We're training them to become business people, not just skilled, but become business people. So that's where the entrepreneurship comes in, and they are mentored by people within the field. So, and funnily enough, usually when there's a reality show, you hear the voice, and people like you see the people singing. Those are the people that we concentrate on. But this show, we're going to be concentrating on those people you don't see. the ones, the directors, the producers, the ones behind the music, not the actual musicians, but the fashion designer, not the model, you know. So that is what is quite special about this show. And not just we're not just showcasing their talent, like you said. They're already talented. We're training them to become business people. We're training them to be able to use whatever they've got, even a limited amount, you know, to be able to do things, you know, helping them think whilst on their feet and stuff. And whilst it's going to be all of this, we're also going to be working hand in hand with a business school, Trinity, 360 Academy, bear with me, and that is headed by Gift Namoku, and she's based in Germany, and she's really, really keen, that's her passion, to mentor young people.
In the business line,
in the business, train people to become better business people. Okay, so many Nigerian youth are skilled. They have the know-how, but they don't know how to be businesses. And you see this super talented person, but they don't know how to make money there. So that's the whole point, training them.
I do agree with you when you talked about the fact that many Nigerians are skilled, especially young people, but making money out of it becomes a problem.
It is.
So we have people who does graphic design, and then they do it for free, even when their jobs are great and beautiful like that. So I do agree. I do believe that if they are taught the business angle to it, they could basically make a living out of them, out of it for themselves. But again, what also inspired the creation of the hub, and why choose to focus on Nigeria this time?
Well, focus on Nigeria. I'll go back. I'll start from the last thing you said. Focus on Nigeria. I am from Nigeria, so Nigeria is basically my starting point for anything. So I'm passionate. Gift and I, Gift is the co-executive producer. We are passionate about young people on different levels. I was passionate about creating something new, something different, a reality show that is not the norm. Don't worry about all the things we're saying. It's going to be very entertaining as well. It's a mixture. It's a combination. So we're like, let's do something very entertaining, but very educational as well. And so we combined our passions and decided to do something, especially for Nigerian young people. We've heard them say that Nigerian youth are lazy.
Right.
Heck no. They're not. They are not lazy. Nigerian
you heard it. Nigerian youth are not lazy.
They're not lazy. They are very hardworking.
Thank you.
Very intelligent. Some of them are using it for the wrong thing at the moment. Where you hear the boys, and it's Nigerian. But I tell you what, if these skills are utilized in the pushed in the right direction, you would see a different Nigeria.
Sure.
Yeah.
True, I agree with you. And just to also emphasize on it a little bit more, Nigerian youth are not lazy. We have lots of people who are doing amazing stuff for themselves in the country generally. So let's talk about selection of contestants.
Right.
How do you go about selecting your contestants for the show, generally?
The hub. So we've got a website. Hopefully we should be able to give that to you. So the hub genovia.com. So basically, on the website, you can upload your work. So what we advise is don't upload just a raw video. Upload like a YouTube link, basically where we can watch what you've done. Upload it onto the website. There's a form to fill as well. There's a form to fill. Upload your video, and that's that's not just for the filmmakers. Music producers, even the fashion designers, make a small video, upload it, apply. That's the first step. And we will be going through that. And when I say we, or the professionals in that field, will be going through that and selecting the best of the best. And those who are selected will be asked to come for auditions. So we have 4 audition venues. We've got Lagos, we've got Abuja, we've got Asaba, and we've got Calabar.
Oh, awesome. So, of course, almost all Nigerians are going to be represented in that particular regard. Talking about criteria as well, of course, you did mention that, first of all, they have to upload a video. So what are those criteria to make the video more acceptable by your organization?
So basically, we're not too keen on it being technical in any way, because we're not looking, except, of course, if you're a movie producer and you want to show off your skill, even with the way it looks. The main thing is let's be able to see it.
Okay.
Second thing is, like I said, put it. We just want it uploaded. We don't want the actual video and everything. Just upload it on YouTube or somewhere. Just give us a link where we can actually view it, and that's it. What we are looking for is not the way you made it. It's actually what you're showing us. You're displaying your skill, So if you are a producer or a director, show us your skills. Show us doing your thing. If you're a music producer, show us, make your music, just video yourself showing off your skill, basically, is what we're saying. Or fashion designer, show your work, show yourself doing your work and things like that. Upload it and do your very, very best, and you get selected. But like I said, we're not training people. We're looking for already skilled people to train.
Okay. And of course, it's a reality TV show, which means that the people have to be together for a period of time. Give us those details.
So after we've selected, everyone comes to the different venues for the audition. The audition in itself is the show started, basically, because it's going to be a 7-day-long process.
Okay.
And each day you're given a task to do, and on the 7th day you have to present it, and then we have another selection process where the actual people selected then go on to the main place we're having the show, which is in Cross River State, Calabar.
Okay.
Yeah, and so we're working in collaboration with the Cross River State government.
Amazing.
So we're going to thankfully be using Tinapa and the Opudu Cattle Ranch. So if you go through, we'll be like, yeah, you're going to Calabar, So yeah, that's basically what's going to be like. And then Calabar itself is going to be a few weeks of being together. This is where the sweat, blood, and tears happen. And there's going to be a lot, unfortunately. Wow. We're working with renowned director Izu Ojukwu.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he's one of the most creative people I know, and I've known him for a very long time. So he's doing a lot of magic right now behind the scenes.
Wow.
So you can expect amazing, amazing results. So there's going to be a lot of things happening. There's going to be a lot of tasks given. We'll be using Calabar and the scenery, all of the tourist areas will be part of the whole process. So contestants may be asked to go to so place to do. So we'll be seeing the beauty of Calabar as well. So it's going to be beautiful.
I can imagine the beauty. Most times we have these big programs. I could call it big now. Happen more in Lagos State. When we are moving down to the southern region of the country, now we're choosing Calabar, basically.
I know.
And that's amazing. Let's go for a very quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk about some of the roles, of course, that the audience of participants will have to engage in regarding the Hub reality TV show. Please do not touch the dial. You're still watching The Big Story.